After yesterday's 114-108 win over the Miami Heat, Dante Exum got a lot of praise from teammates and coaches on just his on-court play and just what he means to this team being that third ball handler. We also have an update with Dereck Lively. As we all know, yesterday's game in the fourth quarter, he left with a nasty leg injury where I think he bumped knees with Bam Adebayo and he was out for the rest of the game. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing you the latest news and everything Mavericks related. And before we get into today's video, we are on the road to 5K subs. We are currently sitting at 4,934 subs at the time of recording. And you already know, if you've been watching these videos, when we get to 5K subs, we're going to be going live for every Mavericks game, including the playoffs. So I'm going to give you my live play-by-play, my live commentary, my live reaction. So if you're at home and you can't watch the games, don't worry, you can watch me watch the games for you. So I think it'll be a really cool thing, really fun time. So make sure you subscribe. But anyway, let's get into the video. After yesterday's game, 114-108, like I said, we beat the Miami Heat. The losing streak was over. We finally got something rolling, and it wasn't a pretty win. It wasn't. We started in the first quarter. We were down, and we were just digging our way out. Came out in the second quarter. In the second half, just really firing on all cylinders. The team was just doing a lot better defensively. The offense was flowing very well. Good rotations from Jason Kidd. I know we've been hard on him lately, and rightfully so. But yesterday's game, I don't have any complaints from Jason Kidd. I think he did a good job coaching, good rotations, good timeouts, which ultimately led to a win thanks to Luka Doncic's 35-point triple-double, the fifth consecutive one, most in NBA history. The man's crazy. And obviously Kyrie and the rest of the guys also helped secure this dub. But Dante Exum was definitely a bright spot in yesterday's game, and I'll go ahead and throw up the box score. As we can see off the bench, Dante Exum at the bottom there only played 17 minutes, but in those 17 minutes, he was a plus 16 with 13 points. He only had one turnover, but he had 5 assists and 4 rebounds. He was also 2 of 2 from 3 and 5 of 5 from the free throw line. Dante Exum was definitely that X factor. He was definitely just that spark plug, just that go-to guy for us whenever we needed him. Every time he stepped on the floor, he was just awesome. Just that third ball handler that we desperately needed. And again, the Dallas Mavericks had a sloppy game. It wasn't pretty, but we got the job done. It's something that we can improve upon. There's things there that we still need to tighten up. And hopefully going forward for the remainder of the season, we have about 19, 20 games left. We can just build up a little lead, a little winning streak. We can build up a winning streak and just improve on the things we need to improve on, because come playoff time, most likely we are going to be in the play-in, where we can't, we won't have 7 games to figure it out. We'll have either one against whoever's above us, depending on where we are, or we got to win 2. So hopefully this is the start of something good for this Mavericks team to close out the season on a good note, going to the playoffs where hopefully we can make a splash. Hopefully we can ruin someone's aspirations of winning a championship. But let's get into what some people had to say about Dante Exum after yesterday's game. Dante Exum mentioned he's past having minutes restrictions. He played an important role in the Dallas Mavericks win over the Miami Heat, finishing with 13 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, and 17 minutes. And I agree. I know that he was coming back from that knee bursitis thing. He was sidelined for a few weeks, and we definitely felt the need to have a third ball handler. You would think that Coach Kidd would put in Jaden Hardy or just get someone else to help out Luka and Kyrie, but we were without that third ball handler, sometimes having Josh Green bring the ball down or PJ Washington, just people who really should not be bringing the ball down. But I'm glad that he's back. I'm glad that he's off that minutes restriction, so hopefully we start to see more and more of Dante. Like I said, 17 minutes. And he was very, very productive in those 17 minutes, which definitely helped us win the game. But hopefully, against that game tomorrow against the Detroit Pistons, we see a little bit, maybe 20 minutes. We see a little bit more of Dante Exum, because we're definitely going to need it. I mean, the Pistons, they're, 9 games, 10 games on the season, in their win column. So, should be an easy dub, but you never want to underestimate your opponent, because that's where you make mistakes, and that's where everything falls apart. So it's good to see that Dante Exum's off that minutes restrictions. He's feeling good, and his impact is very much felt on the court. But we continue. Dante saying on his clutch performance, he says, "I think it's always about being ready. I'm always ready. That's the biggest thing. I know they're going to double both of them, Kyrie and Luka, so it's better for me to come back to the ball, and when I get the free throws, just be confident." And I love to see it. I'll throw up the box score once again. The man didn't miss a free throw. He was 2 of 2. Don't mess with. Oh, I'm sorry, not 2 of 2. What was he? Was 5 of 5. 5 of 5 from free throws. The man couldn't be stopped. He was ready. He wasn't forcing his game. He wasn't trying to take the ball out of no one's hands. Like, hey, Kyrie here, Luka here. I'll be here if you need me. And every time they needed him to do something, it was he was there and ready. Especially in the fourth quarter last night, he was phenomenal. There was a sequence where he passed the ball to Luka. Luka gave it right back, and Dante, he handled the rock. He didn't try to defer, and he got his shot off, got a nice 3 going, and from there, the Mavs went on a run, which we won the game. So Dante Exum just having that mindset of just being ready and just letting the game come to him, not knowing that we have a third ball handler that's not selfish, that's not trying to do everything, is beautiful. Because we know what Kyrie and Luka are capable of. We got the Justice League. You got Batman, you got Superman. But hey, Dante's like, I could be Robin, and I could definitely be there when you need me, because Batman needs Robin whenever he needs him. So thankfully, we have a good third ball handler with a good mindset, who also plays very good defense too. But let's continue with the quotes. Where Luka Doncic on Dante Exum saying he was great. It was an amazing performance, especially down the stretch. He was out for a lot of games. It's tough to come back, but he was amazing. That was special. And as always, Exum finished with 13 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Even Luka sees it. Even Luka knows that Dante is needed. And when you were watching that game yesterday, you could tell like Luka enjoys playing on the floor with Dante Exum. Like the ball movement between those two, like he gives Dante the ball knowing that Dante's going to handle it. And eventually it finds its way right back to Luka at the best time for the best shot. Or Dante can create for himself. You know, he did miss that breakaway dunk that made me kind of cringe. And then Derrick Jones Jr. missed the dunk. But we're not worried about the mistakes. We're worried about what we did great on. And Dante Exum had a great game last night. Luka trusts him. Luka likes playing with them. What more could you want? But the quotes don't stop there. Where even Jason Kidd had something to say about Dante. He said when you look at his calmness, he doesn't panic. I thought the pace in the second when he came in to be able to help Luka not have to bring the ball up. He also found Luka, got Luka easy shots, and also gives his teammates easy shots. And that's what I'm talking about. Whenever he's on the court with Luka or Kyrie, it's good to know that our main two guys can trust Dante. Hey, you can handle everybody, including me. You can get me in my shot. Perfect. I can play off ball. You can get the other guys going. So if I'm getting double teamed, boom, I can give it to you. You're going to find the man open. Beautiful. And that happened several times last night. And he had like 4 assists. He was finding guys open, that extra pass every single time. He wasn't selfish. If I can't say it enough, I'm going to just keep saying it. Dante Exum is exactly what this team needs. He is that X factor. He's that glue guy. He's what this team needs going forward, especially in the playoffs. Down the stretch, in games 6 or 7, Dante Exum will step up big for this Dallas Mavericks team. I truly believe it. But Luka Doncic even had this to say when asked what changed defensively after the first quarter. Luka says we were having more energy and more communication. I think those two things. Several Dallas players mentioned energy and communication as issues during the recent losing skid, and that makes a lot of sense. You know, Luka being our leader has to be vocal. I mean, I'm sure Kyrie as well. Both of those guys. I'm not trying to put one over the other because it's Luka and Kyrie both leading this team. And being able to acknowledge that, yeah, we're not being vocal, you know, the energy's not there. That's what a good leader does, and a good leader leads by example. We saw over the past few games where Luka was going back to old Luka, what it seemed like, arguing with the refs, not getting back on defense, just walking the ball down when we're in a fast break instead of running. It all starts with Luka, and for someone to be able to take accountability, to be able to know what's the problem, knowing that he needs to make changes so it's felt on the other guys, that's very important. That's good foresight. That's just good self-awareness as a leader, and that's exactly the type of mindset you want from your star player to lead this team. So to know that the guys are communicating more, that they're bringing more energy on the defensive end, because our offense is great. Even the loss against the Pacers are like, we were hitting our shots. We were looking good. Just the defense. And it's a really weird thing where before the start of the All-Star break, we were great. Defense up. We were the best in the league. The moment we get back, everything changed. I don't know what it was, but I'm glad that the guys know that that's their issue, and that's the only thing that they need to fix is their defense. When they get that defense back, we're going to be great. We're going to be good. And having Daniel Gafford start was amazing. He brought a lot of energy, had a little bit of a struggle in the beginning, but he really picked it up, and he just ran with it. Love to see it. But we also have an update on Dereck Lively. Lively was walking fine after the game. Regarding the sequence where the injury occurred, he was kneed in the calf. The Dallas Mavericks will see how he feels tomorrow before determining his status for Saturday's game against the Detroit Pistons. Like I said in the intro, in the fourth quarter, Bam Adebayo was on a fast break. Dereck Lively was nearby trying to cut him off. They both go up, and he gets kneed in the calf, came down pretty bad. I wasn't sure if that was an ACL, an MCL, I don't know what. Some ligament was torn. The play was very weird, but he was limping, could barely walk on his own. But it's good to know that we do have an update that he's fine now. You know, he's walking, got knee in the calf, so it probably got like a Charlie horse or just a cramp, something, a bruise. So it's good to know that he's fine, but still being questionable for tomorrow's game. Hopefully he'll be good. I mean, it's the Detroit Pistons. I think we'll be fine with Gafford, even Maxey at the 5. We should be good. Keyword is should. I don't think the Pistons have any real size that we should be worried about, but anything can happen, and I hope the boys are ready. Dereck Lively, hope you get better. Hope everything's good. Hopefully you come back, because on Monday against the Bulls, we're going to need you against Vucevic. But we do have an injury update across the board for tomorrow's game. Dallas Mavericks injury report versus the Detroit Pistons. Luka Doncic is questionable. Apparently he has a right elbow sprain. Dereck Lively is out for personal reasons. Max is out in the G League. Brandon Williams out in the G League. So is Alex Fudge and Greg Brown III. So hopefully we have Luka. I understand if they rest him because it's the Pistons. We should be fine with just Kyrie leading the guys. But hopefully that right elbow sprain isn't something serious. I know that he's been just banged up all season with the nasal fracture, and then his ankle a few games ago, and now his elbow. I hope they just side on the air of caution, because come playoff time, a lot of these injuries, they'll reappear. They'll come right back up come playoff time at the worst possible times. And with Dereck Lively being out, like I said just a few seconds ago, with the injury, against, Bam Adebayo, hopefully he's doing better. It seems like he's doing better, but to hear he's out for personal reasons, I hope everything is good for him. I hope that whatever he's going through runs his course. Everything comes out hunky-dory on the other end, so we can rejoin the guys and keep this winning streak going as we go into the playoffs. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for making this far to the video. Make sure you subscribe. We're on the road to 5K subs. We're going to be doing a Mavericks jersey giveaway, live streams, all that cool stuff. Check out in the description below. We have a link to our Discord where we get active in there, as well as our Twitter, where I just spam the timeline with Mavericks propaganda. But you guys are the best. Take care. I'll see you next time. Peace.